everybody, it's me, Sophia, and I'm back with a different type of video today. So as you know, I actually work full-time as a knitwear designer, video maker stuff. A lot of y'all have been asking to see more about what I do on a day-to-day, how I work as what they call a digital nomad. So I'm going to show you what I do as an independent contractor, what I do every day. So let's get started. If you hear crunching, my cat's eating his morning snack. I got Puppy over here licking her butt. Let's get started. Come on, pups. Come on, baby girl. So I got my own office. Doo-doo. When I bought this house, I purposely was looking for a house that I can have my own yarn room. This was way before I knew I was going to be doing this full time, okay, y'all? Way before I do that. And I was like, look, I need a yarn room so I can do my thing. And yeah, so this is where I work. You might notice this corner. This is my filming corner right here. Look, ready? Oops, sorry, Puppy, I almost ran over her. My filming corner. It looks a little bit different because I actually have storage up on stuff. But yeah, this is where I work. And then look at that view. But bam, I made sure I put my my desk in front of a window. That's how I like to work. So I'm going to talk about what's on the agenda today, y'all, okay? Let me put you down somewhere good. Can y'all see me? Yes. That's perfect. So, I got my Chromebook here in case you're wondering. Yes, I need chapstick. What's on the agenda for today? Well, we got a lot. Today is Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day. I did not work yesterday, okay? Yesterday was a holiday in my country. I sat on my butt. I ate veggie burgers, potato salad, okay? We had a cookout with the fam. Like, I did not work yesterday, so I am backed up today. So that's a perfect day to show you what I do on my busiest day. So, what's on the agenda? Number one, emails and contracts. I have quite a few contracts signed today. I am a contractor, so surprise, there are contracts being a contractor. So I'm going to be signing some contracts with some companies. I'm going to be answering some emails. I'm going to be filling out some forms for stuff. After that, I am going to work on some merch. Remember 2 weeks ago, 2 podcasts ago, I did talk about merch and how I wouldn't have it anytime soon because with the baby and I got a lot of stuff behind the scenes developing that y'all don't even see yet. And it's just like merch is just another animal. But I planted that seed in my own head and that's all I think about. So I'm setting up merch. I have a great company that I'm working with. I absolutely love what they stand for. Everything is sweatshop free, child labor free. Some of the process is done in the U.S. as well. So I'm working with them. I'm giving away all that information. You probably know who it is already. It's like a big merch brand. Also, because I am not a graphic designer, okay? I'm a knitwear designer, not a graphic designer. I do envy y'all that do both. Like, how do y'all do that? I don't know. I don't understand. I need to get that skill. But I am not a graphic designer. Heck, I'm not even a good drawer. I'm not going to lie. So I am hiring out. I am hiring out a graphic designer to work with me to help design my merch because that is not my strong point. So yeah, and then after that we are going to work on the design process of a design that is due in T-minus like 6 days. So usually I'm not that tight on my deadlines. It's just with morning sickness, it has been rough. So y'all get to not only email with me, design with me, contract with me, y'all get to knit with me. So let's get the show on the road. Switch the voiceover. Bam, Puppy. Let's get started. All right. So usually while I work, I get bored easily when it has to do with like reading contracts and just anything that's not knitting or designing. I tend to get bored. So I always have to listen to music and sing along to help me concentrate. As y'all know, I do have ADD, so I have to have something else going on in the background to help me focus. So yeah, that's why you might see me singing and dancing along throughout the video. Here I am reading through a contract, and I'm not going to say who, what, where, okay? But I am going to say is that for those who are unfamiliar with how it works, if a company decides to pay me for a pattern or And that goes beyond yarn support. Some companies with yarn support, you gotta sign a contract because you know they're giving you supplies to do it, and they're investing some money in that. But in other instances, a company will be like, I want to work with you, or I ask to work with them, and it gets accepted, and then they will then publish the pattern for me, and you know, do whatever they need to do, whether it's a print or PDF, what have you. Usually when it's that type of relationship, then there is a lengthy, long contract to go with it, with a lot of legal jargon in it. I have absolutely no law background. Very, very, very rarely do I feel the need to consult a lawyer. Like, I don't know why I'm saying rarely. Like, there was like one time where I was like, maybe I should consult a lawyer, but I didn't. I ended up just calling a good friend. So it's like, this is just what protects me and the brand. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of hours, and it's going to be a good time. All right, so I got bored and hungry, so I made myself a plate of potato salad and a black bean burger. I'm going to have it with my peppermint tea that's still nice and hot thanks to my heated cold. Ah! All right, so now I am going to do my favorite part of my job, and that's the actual designing. It's been hours, y'all. Hours, and I haven't designed anything yet. I am happy that I did find a wonderful graphic design to work with. So now it is time for me to start designing. And as you know, I design first, or I do my pattern first, then I knit. I started knitting, and I've been knitting this forever, and I've just started this pattern over a bajillion times. I really, really like this swatch that I did. I don't like the shape that I did it in. It's a circular shawl, as you can see. Well, not really. You can't see because it's all, yeah. But I am not a fan of this as like the main fabric. So I'm going to rip that out. I'm going to start doing my design. Let me show y'all what I do when I design. My usual template that I would use. This is a picture of not the shawl. This is a picture of my Dipper's cowlet. Available on Ravelry. And so I already have like a mock-up on it, like a write-up. I already have everything formatted. I had the motif that I want to use put in there. Now I am just working on the actual pattern, like nitty-gritty of it. Spoiler, that's not the real pattern. That's just, I just copied and pasted one of my other patterns, and then I'm going to customize it for this pattern because it will not look like the other pattern that I copied it from. I just like to work from a template. It's just, to me, it makes, I don't know, it makes the process easier for me. So I like to work from my template. And if you're interested in my template, I have a class on that too. But let's get working on this template. All right, so I just finished writing most of my pattern for my cowlet design. This is how much I got so far knitting wise. I hope I can do most of this design by today, and then hopefully it should, if I knit like the wind, I should be blocking this in about 2 days. So while I knit, I am going to be watching YouTube videos, maybe listen to some audiobooks. I will be checking my email throughout, so I will be knitting at my desk just to make sure I don't miss nothing, with me talking to a few people today. So let's get started with the knitting. I am so pumped to do knitting right now. Oh my goodness. Answering emails all day and contracting and like signing contracts and like stuff, all this stuff, forms and stuff have been boring, and I need my creative soul to fly. So I'm gonna start knitting this design. I'm so pumped. Yay. Oh, and I also found a new way to start a triangular shawl. If you want to know how to do that, well, then you gotta wait for the pattern to come out. All right, it's not a new way, but it's kind of like new to me, kinda. It's new to my designs. I've seen it being done like this before, but it's not used that often for some reason. I think it looks good. You know, I think it looks good. So keep knitting and working and sipping my peppermint tea, cup number 2. Ooh, I miss drinking coffee all day long. Let's get started. And I forgot to mention when I settled on my design, what I want my design to be. It's going to be a cowlette. It's going to be triangular shape. Before it was circular. I didn't like it. I thought it was too similar to my Dipper's cowlette, which is also circular. It's going to be a triangle, so it's going to be the same shape as my tequila and lime cowlette. And it's going to have that lattice. I ripped it out, but I saved it so I could look at it. It's going to have this lattice design, but instead of it being in stockinette, it's going to be done in garter, so it's going to look a little bit better. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. And it's going to knit up faster since I'll be doing it all in garter for now. Alright, y'all, so that was pretty much my work day. Every day I start off doing all the administrative work, and then once that's done, it's usually around 2 or 3 o'clock, then I just knit for the rest of the day. And that's essentially what I do every day, all day long. It might change. Sometimes there's no knitting, sometimes it's all knitting depending on my deadlines. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do what I do. I hope it wasn't super duper boring for y'all. It really is a fun job to have, and I encourage everybody to at least give it a try. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next Friday. Bye.